Foundation. It's been a while, Foundation. I know I done had my head stuck in the sand. Hey, what's happening? Foundational Black America. You first one in there, homie. The Marcus, what's up? Okay, you second. Billy Del Rey, you third. King Tonight, you fourth, homie. What's going on? Oh man, y'all. Oh man, the foundation done fell up in here. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Firefox, Walt J, Aubrey Gray, Original Ghetto Chef, GW, Richard Lewis, okay. Foster A6, Starlet, Rick, what's up, man? Salute all y'all, man. Foundation up in here, man. You know your big partner been battling with the weirdos lately, but man, we got a show tonight, man. It's 50, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all coming in here quick. Hit that like, man. Hit that like button. Y'all know how we do it, Foundation. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Hit that share, man. Hit everything. If it move, y'all hit it. That's what y'all do. If it move, y'all hit it. King Real, what's up, homie? Kev Mac, I see you, homie. You know, man, we got a show tonight, man. We got the homie Dog, man, from Prison Yard TV tonight, y'all. He gonna be in here in a minute. We gonna interview him, give him a few more minutes, man. He gonna come on in, man. Y'all, let's treat him well. Let's treat him well, man. Tony Moore, okay. Brando B. Tune, do you know Sally Sell from out? Yeah, I know him, homie. That's the homie. Kyle Smith, Macatazic, Sandra. Hey, Sandra. The Buckster, Innocent Until. Guilty. Hollis. Okay. That's right. Goo, what's up, homie? Yeah, man, I should have been went live, man, but I had to tie up a few loose ends. Y'all been seeing it. Y'all been seeing it, man. Y'all been seeing it. Starlet, I just watched your interview you did on Prison Yard TV. Good interview. Okay, that's what's up. Good looking out. Now I'm finna interview him tonight. He gonna be here tonight. Okay, Tune 24. What's up? Devlon, okay, hit that like button, man. Tell me how many likes we got up in here, man. Tell me how many likes. Okay, I see you, Bonnie. I see you. Yeah, your text came through, homie. On the set. That's right. That's right, man. 6 trade. Man, y'all listen, man. I did an interview, y'all, a couple of weeks ago on the Mile High Minute out of Denver, Colorado. But he hasn't posted it yet. I don't know why, but he ain't posted it. Okay, Tony Moore, thank you. Everything is much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. But yeah, Dominique, what's up, homie? Well, I ain't seen you in a minute. Okay, Kevin Williams. Preston, okay, what's up, Zap? But yeah, on the Mile High Minute, it should be coming up. I don't know, whenever it do. Okay, King Real, tell Vonnie Loke I said, what's up? Vonnie, the homie King Real say, what's happening, Mike? Okay. Western Ave, what's up? Cuz on Banging on Wax, he was on the Nationwide Rip. Okay. Tony Moore, what's up? Where's the cat? You know what? I let the cat outside about 30 minutes ago. It's not letting you come in. Hold on, y'all. Dang, dog, it ain't letting you come in. All you got to do is just, come on in. You gotta be subscribed. Well, you are subscribed to my channel, but I don't know. Austin, Texas, okay, homie. Oh man, I don't know why it ain't let you in. If you subscribe to the channel, homie, it should let you in. Corey McHenry, Bakersfield checking in. I'm on my way down your way in a minute, Corey. Check out, see what old Baker's talking about. Brando B, shout out from Sacramento. That's what's up, homie. You like Keyway Uncle for sure. Hey, and the dude I'm interviewing tonight, y'all, he from Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? I had to put there's no button unless you send a link. Huh? Houston, we might have a problem. Because to be 1000% honest with you, homie, that's the reason why I always do it this way, because Usually for me to send a link, I would have to be on my computer. I'm not proficient with that computer. And the phone is a whole nother error for me. I don't know why it would be so hard. If you could put, I don't know what kind of phone you got, homie. Because if you could put messages on here. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no, hold up, dog. I know what you talk about. No. I haven't put it in there for you yet. I just thought about that, dog. Hold on. We at 83 people right now. When I hit 100, I'm gonna put the link in there for you right there for you to hit and come on in. My bad, homie. It's been so long since I did it. That's why it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Okay. So there's nothing to push. No, not right now. Not right now. It will be in a minute though. We at 86. Soon as we bust 100, we going down through there, homie. Just checking in with you, OG. Okay. Number love. Okay. Where you at, Preston? Dang. Babyface, what's up, homie? That's what's up. Prison RTs. I have an iPhone. Yeah, your iPhone is good, homie. It's just I haven't done what I'm supposed to do yet. You know what I'm saying? We only at 87. You know, usually I don't really take off and do little certain stuff till it hit 100. But as soon as it hit 100, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna wait, homie. We gonna get this party started. Hold on. We're gonna get this party started. Okay. Bang. Okay. Hit copy. Hit copy. Copied. More. Post comment. Post comment. Tap and hold. Paste. Paste. And then chat. Bang. There you go right there, dog. You're gonna see Cartoon 5-3. All you gotta do is tap that, homie. It should be coming right up for you. Coming right on up. It's like it done froze a little bit. Hold on. Okay. You should see it right there, dog. As soon as you see the Cartoon 5-3 right there, just go ahead and just hit it. Okay. Hit it again, homie. Hit it again, dog. We having some technical difficulties on my end. It ain't you, it's me. If you see it, dog, hit it again. I'll shoot it up there again.
Got me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. What's up, y'all?
I'm trying to. Okay, hold on.
We on.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you.
Okay.
So,
It was someone here.
I heard you say that you did an interview and I haven't posted it. Your interview was posted on my
No, no,
channel
no,
tonight.
no. Not you. I said Mile High Minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mile High Minutes.
Man. Hey, Cartoon. I was just tripping right now, right?
Uh-huh.
So my channel late last night to promote this interview on my channel, right?
Right.
I had a cat from LA, a blood cat. He's actually a Pyru. His name is Baby Half Pint, and his channel is 89 on up, homie. And he's from neighborhood Pyru, right?
Yeah, I'm hip to him.
Okay. He said, yeah, he's hip to you too. And you know, I gave him my number and we started chatting. We talked actually for a couple hours after I got off of my my video, right?
Right.
He started his channel in August. He got 3,000 subscribers, over 3,000 subscribers, but he wasn't getting paid because he's monetized, but he didn't know how to put in his information. So I had to walk him through that shit last night. And you know, it's self-gratifying to me to see these people come from our walk of life, no matter if they fly red, blue, they Southsiders, Northerners, Bloods, or Crips, getting up out of the streets and finding something else to do.
Right.
And I encouraged him to stay with this YouTube stuff. And you know, I talked to him about his homie that crossed out Nipsey Hussle stuff. And he gave me the rundown on this, and I told him I was gonna speak on it today on your channel, and he okayed it. I usually don't speak on things that I don't have insight on. So I asked him all kind of questions, and he was very open with me. He said his homie, Baby Capone, that did that, he said he's a youngster, but his daddy is an OG from Inglewood family, right?
Uh-huh.
He said his daddy whipped his ass for doing that and told him he's putting their family's life in jeopardy for it. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, the youngster Baby Capone that wrote on Nipsey Hussle's on his mural, I guess he caught a case right after that and just got 8 years. And I told him, you know what? That 8 years might have saved his life, homie.
True that. Yeah, he did get some time and he got locked up and he kind of gone right now. But let me ask you this. I got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, first off, I'd like for you to you know what I'm saying, tell the foundation, you know what I'm saying, who you are, where you from, and you know what I'm saying, your YouTube station.
My stilo. Okay. So my YouTube station is Prison Yard TV. I'm out of Sacramento, California, better known as Garden Block, California, in my eyes. I'm from 29th Street, Garden Block, Crip. I've been gangbanging since 1983. I done left that behind when I got out this time. You guys probably know about my neighborhood through SIBO, Brother Lynch, T Nutty, and X-Rated. They kind of put our neighborhood on the map. I used to produce music from 1993 to about 99, 2000. We was AWOL Records. I was in and out of prison all my life. My brother started this company back in 92 when I was in prison. I was actually in prison doing a bid for him on his case. And when I came home, everything just fell in my lap. Now, let me reiterate on that. Me and my brother, we never knew nothing about the music industry. So when I came home, I walked into something that was foreign to me. We was dope boys all our life. But my brother's cousins are E40, D-Shot, Sugar T, and Be Legit. So that's how he got the game. So we kind of like fell into that and learned the music industry as it was going. And, you know, we had a good time doing it. But I myself lost a lot of money in it. A lot of other people made a lot of money in that shit, but I lost a lot of money in it. But, you know, it comes with the territory.
Right.
The reason why I'm telling you guys a little bit of history about me is because now, being that I learned the music industry, I'm really actually focusing on publishing books. And that's where me and you are collaborating on. Hopefully we can get this shit started. And I met you, I want to say I met you back in 89 in DVI. We both are familiar with when we was there at the same time, but I never forget a face, man. And I knew when I seen your YouTube channel that I knew you from somewhere. I just didn't know what prison, and I knew you from a prison. Then we came Smurf Nacho and my homie Cisco in Colorado, and that's how me and you got hooked up later in life when you was down there fucking with the homies. And you know, I really appreciate people that come from our backgrounds that have the nuts to get on this YouTube channel and really give the history behind this gang shit. At first, I was hesitant about it because we expose a lot, but we expose just enough to let people that's not coming from our lifestyle to know what we were about when we was youngsters. You know what I mean? And it's kind of mind-boggling to me about how society is really interested in people like us. Like, we have a place. Before, we was outcast in the world. Gangbangers were looked down upon. But now that they have all these platforms, Instagram, YouTube, it's like people want to know about the gang culture, the drug culture, everything negative in life. And, you know, at first, like I was saying, I was very hesitant about starting this channel, but a lot of family members, a lot of my friends, and when I say friends, I don't say that lightly. I don't say homies from my hood. When I mean friends, I mean people that really care about me.
Right.
To do this. So I had to do my research, and I watched you closely. I watched about 7, 8 other channels closely before I decided to do this. When I decided to do this, I really didn't have the time to do this shit because I got a company, I got a tree service out here. But the more I got into it, and when I got monetized and seen that first payment, I was like, wait a minute, let me step back. I got 3 grandkids, I got 4 kids, and I'm trying to spend as much time with them as possible. And I can't do that running a tree company. So as you said, dog, I'm as lazy as shit. That's what you told me yesterday.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to be lazy where I could maintain my family and stay at home as much as possible. And this is the key and the tools to do it right here, what we're doing right now. And I appreciate every follower I have. I read every comment. I even respond to the negative comments. I respond to everybody. I don't erase no comments. I don't delete no comments because I'm trying to be transparent and authentic. I want my channel organic. I'm a book. I'm a straight. I got nothing to hide. You could ask me anything, as you too. I see that you're very open. That's why I mess with you. I don't mess with everyone's channel because I see fakery going on.
Right.
So that's where me and you connect. You're organic, authentic, and I try to keep it as authentic without exposing too much about my family life. I try to keep it organic and as authentic as possible. We both come from the same background. You came from down south. I come from up north, but we're both basically molded under the same umbrella.
Right.
Even a little bit different, but we come from the same umbrella. So I'm sure, I'm positive, and I've watched you. We both have the same backgrounds, and we both been to prison in California and in different states. Me as well. I've been to prison in the state of Washington. I've been to a lot of prisons in California. I don't think there's too many prisons I haven't been to in California.
And we both ran through that YA system.
Yeah, we started out in that California Youth Authority, and I think when I look back, I think CYA was more dangerous at the time me and you were there than any prison that I ever been to except Pleasant Valley and New Folsom. But yeah, Cartoon, I appreciate everything you're doing. I know you got a big heart. I could attest to that by the way you handled yourself at the concert that they just had down in Colorado. And also the people that we both know speak very highly of you. And I gave you my opinion about the people you were down there dealing with. We won't mention no names, but some of the people in the music industry are not as upfront with their business skills as everyone may think. And by saying that, I want to let you know, coming into this publishing business, this publishing genre is just like the music industry. So you got to be very careful who you deal with and giving your information to when you're trying to make a dollar legally. And that goes for anything. I look at the music industry, the book industry is a legalized dope game. That's what I call it. It's getting your money, but it's legal. And YouTube too. This is a legalized dope game here. It's all a grind. It's a hustle. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I was telling a couple of people, and they asked me questions about the YouTube thing, and you know what I'm saying, it's like a job. I remember when I very, very first got into it, I didn't really know nothing about it. And I fell into YouTube based on me getting into like a verbal back and forth with a guy out of Texas. And what I would do, I didn't know how to upload videos. I didn't know how to do any of that. So what I did was I would make a video and give it to one of my homeboys, and he would do it. And so as time went on, it was, you know, I guess he was like, well, guy, you know, I ain't got time to keep doing this tune. So I said, well, you know, I got to learn. So I got it, one of my homies in LA, and I was talking to him about it. He was like, well, cuz, look, you need to go ahead and get your own YouTube channel. I'm like, man, I'm not tripping on no YouTube. Bump that. I just want to, you know, get at this fool. He was like, no, you know what I'm saying? Get your own channel, cuz. I look at you. I heard you. You got charisma, homie. You need to do it. I say, well, homie, I don't know how to do it. He say, don't even trip. I'm going to set it up for you, my homeboy Chaos. Yeah. And, you know, shout out to Big Chaos and his wife. Because they hooked it up. They convinced me, because if it took a little bit, they were like, cuz, you need to do it. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it. But then once I got into it, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I seen the people, you know, they want to hear the stories. I'm like, okay. It was, hey, they go my partner. They go my little partner right there, y'all. But some people find, you know, the YouTube thing kind of hard, and they find it kind of hard. Hold on, I got to put the homie up. I can't leave the homie out. He want his props. But anyway, some people find it kind of hard, but I find it quite easy, because with me just telling stories, I'm telling my life. And so when it's like an autobiography on YouTube, when you ain't got to make it up, when it's natural, it'll just flow. And so for me, it came real easy. But now I gotta add, before I go back to you, is I gotta let the world know where I got started. Yeah, true enough, my homeboy Big Chaos and his wife, they hooked my YouTube station up, but my persona on YouTube became known through the homie Kev Mac video. And I didn't, you know, and I knew Kev Mac had, you know, a nice little YouTube thing going, but I didn't know that many people watched it, because soon as my YouTube started popping, it was always in the comments, man, I seen you on Kev Mac. I seen you on Kev Mac. So, you know, I would call Kev and tell him, I'm like, hey, homie, goddamn, you know, hey, everybody know me from your show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, Kev, I could pretty much say, if a person go on Kev Mac, that's pretty much the jump off into their YouTube life. You feel me?
Correct. Now I did, like I said, me and your stories are almost identical. So I piggybacked off someone too. So before I started my channel, I checked out this East Coast cat named Chad Marks on Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Shout out to Chad Marks. As me and you know, in the prison system, if you're a down south Crip, up north Crip, or a Northino, we really don't have too much interactions with people that are white in prison. It's like an unknown law that, you know, our correspondence with them and our communications in prison is very limited. So this cat, Chad Marks, had reached out to me. Soon as I started my channel, he's like, hey, man, are you Dog from AWOL Records? Was you? And I told him, you know, I don't like to use that is something to push me forward, because I don't look back at my life. I look forward. So I told him that I want to interview you. And I said, what do you want to interview me about? Music stuff? That's a challenge for me. What I will interview, you could ask me questions about my life, because like you said, when you talk about your life, you don't got to lie about nothing. It comes naturally because it's your story. And that's what books are about. Your autobiography, I know it's going to be bomb. Just by looking at, so your autobiography is basically already spoken about through your YouTube.
Exactly. 100%. 100.
I said this on my channel when I interviewed you on my channel a week ago or 2 weeks ago, that the story, I watched several of your lives and several of your videos, but the story that I want to say really resonated with me the most is the story about your father, your mother, and how you went to go live with your father and you tearing up his house. That story right there resonated with me because we have the same kind of, that's basically what happened with me and my father.
Right.
And you know, the only difference is my father got a hold of me. You took off before yours did.
yeah. I got up out of there.
tore up out of there. And you know, like you said, he called you years later and you guys squashed the beef or whatever, and you did start a relationship with him. Well, I haven't started, and my incident happened when I was in a freshman in high school. I moved in with his mother, which is my grandmother, and he had a car over there, and I used to steal it at lunchtime and go pick my girlfriend up at another high school and cruise around in his car and then go park back at my grandmother's house. Well, one day I ran out of gas in front of my girlfriend's house, and he found out the car was missing, asked me about it. I said, I don't know. Well, when he reported it stolen, they found it at my girl's house.
Right.
I'm going to tell you something, Cartoon. I'm 53 years old, and I used to box when I was young with Tony the Tiger Lopez, and I know 4 times I've ever had my ass whipped. And when I say ass whipped, I mean just beat down, right? And the beat down that I remember the most is my father. He tipped me up like I was a grown man, and I was what? In the 9th grade, I think I was 13 or 14, and he broke my nose, he broke my tooth, and my face, you couldn't recognize me, right? And when I went to, you know, my mom had to take me to the hospital. I wasn't living with her, but they needed my Kaiser card stuff. So when she seen me, even at this younger age, I covered for my father because I wasn't telling on nobody, right?
Right.
I got jumped in a bowling alley by some Bloods. She didn't know what Bloods. My mom didn't know I was a Crip until 2007. And the judge said I was a gang member.
Right.
All my friends said cuz and wore blue, but she didn't know nothing about that.
Right.
My father, man, and told her that I got beat down by some Bloods from Oak Park at a bowling alley. And I remember laying in bed, looking in the mirror, nose broke. You can still see the hump on my nose to this day. And I was like, I'm going to get this cat back one day, right? So recently, last year, my uncle passed away, and I see my father at his funeral. It was his brother's funeral, and the cat wouldn't even look at me. He looked at me and my brother, looked at us, and walked the other way. He calls my brother once in a while, but, you know, I can't hold on to something like that because it does something to me. So I forgave him. You know, he was young. My father always worked. He had to work, just like he was a pilot. He was oh, you can't see me?
No. I'm saying somebody asking you a question. I put it up.
What made you Crip, homie?
That's 89. That's 89 on up asking.
Oh, what's up, homie? Half pint, baby, half pint. What's happening? What made me a Crip? Nobody made me a Crip. I was the first generation Crip from my neighborhood, so all my friends were black. But I don't even want to say that because there was a few Mexican Crips from my neighborhood that started out. My cousin Mexicuz, Gary McGill, and so just our neighborhood in general was majority black. If you look up the gardens in Sacramento, the South area, it was predominantly black back in the early 80s. Right now, it's Mexican, black, and a lot of Asians. Not too many white people on the South side of Sacramento, even to this day.
Right.
But I didn't look at it as a black, white, Mexican thing. I looked at it as all my homies. That's what we were. You know what I mean? And of course, I said this on my channel. I made a video about this. My influence, I was 11 years old with my auntie trick-or-treating, and my auntie's Filipino and Mexican, and she had a chocolate friend named Carlin. We was going trick-or-treating. She was taking us trick-or-treating. Maybe I was 10. And a white van pulled up, and the door opened. I thought they was going to kidnap us, right? 4 Crips jumped out, and they was from LA. They was from Schoolyard. They all had 501s that were creased with blue Chuck Taylors on and blue Pendletons. And from that moment on, I fell in love with the whole Crip. I didn't even know what they were. I had to later on find out, you know what I mean? But I was just attracted. My grandfather was an old gangster, you know, the suits and shit, went to prison for drugs and whatever. So I was always attracted to gangster lifestyle. And I really tried to steer my kids away from that. You know what I mean? And 2 of them, I wasn't able to do it. I got a daughter and a son, and they both claim Oak Park blood. And, you know, I don't mind them claiming what was my enemies back in the day. I just have a problem with them even in the gang culture because they see me do all this time before. But I do got two other kids that are very strategic in their lives. Let's just say that. But yeah, maybe half pint. That's what pretty much drew me into the whole Crip mentality. And I knew what I was at a young age. You know, I knew that I didn't like the color red, and it wasn't a personal thing. It just was, I don't know what it was, man. Red was just like flamboyant and loud to me. Baby blue always been my favorite color. And, you know, I lived by that all my life, man. Now, today, you'll see me in red shirts, blue shirts, green shirts. I wear anything I want to, and not one person will say anything to me. My mom,
and you know, in this day and age, well, like when I got out the pen, it was like the thing, like the way LA, the way LA is, the way the gang thing is going now. It was it kind of hit me. It kind of hit me kind of hard because, you know, my last bid, I did 23. And you know, when I would call, I would, you know, hear people, you know, homies talking about certain things, and then I would see like in pictures, my homeboys, with me being locked up way out in Alabama, I would only get small bits and pieces of pictures and information. And then when the cell phones popped up, you know, I'd be on the cell phones, and I start seeing homies, you know, on certain pictures and doing certain stuff with red on. And at first I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. I'm like, huh? Because matter of fact, I give you a story. Now I got my OG homeboy. He was already living in Alabama, in Birmingham, Alabama, while I was doing time out here. He didn't know I was locked up in Alabama. But when he did find out, a police that worked in the prison was real cool with him. And so he was telling him, hey, man, you got a homeboy named Cartoon that's locked up in there. And we like, Toon, big dude, yeah. Man, that's the homie. He's like, well, yeah, he locked up in the prison I work in. So, boom, the homie like, send me pictures and, send me certain little stuff and boom. So he sent a DVD in, and the DVD was that gang DVD, Rep Your Set.
Yeah.
And with me being locked up in Alabama, I had never heard of the DVD before. So when the police brought the DVD in, he let me know, hey, Toon, man, I got this thing from your home. I'm going to put it in. So, he could put it in the cube and it'll play out on the TV. So when he put it in, the whole day room, everybody, a whole block, we out there checking out this gang DVD, Rep Your Set from LA. So with my homeboy being influential in having the tape made, the first set they spoke about was mine, was Avalon. Mm-hmm. And so, but it was a female, my homegirl, she was on there and she was talking, boo, boo, boo. So when I'm looking, I don't know where they from at first. And so when she come on, she got on red from head to toe.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking. I'm thinking they talking to one of the homegirls, a female from one of the blood sets in LA.
Yeah.
So, everybody watching, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, eventually I'm thinking in my mind, they gonna get to my set too. So as she talking, she revealed, she like, yeah, I'm from Fire Trey Avalon. And man, look, wait a minute.
Blew your mind.
Man, look, I leaned back and the dudes in the prison, they looking at me like, Toon, that's your home girl. I'm like, I guess so. They like, why she got on? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But so years and years and years later, when I finally got out and seen it up close, I was like, well, I guess,
Hey, what I was enlightened to, we did a video, I want to say in 2000, maybe it was even in 2000, down in LA. It was Sibo, Yuck Mouth, Spice One, Yo Gotti, and Key Rock was there from 60s, right? And I told you about this yesterday, but I didn't really elaborate and give you the details. So Key Rock is from Rolling 60s, a Crip hood in LA. A lot of people know about this Crip set. And he was from head to toe in an LA Clippers red outfit. Red 501s, red LA Clippers, red LA Clippers hat. And he was a Crip. So
Key Rock?
Over something else. So afterwards, a couple days later, we was down there for like a month shooting these videos. Afterwards, I got to really holler at him. And when I asked him, because that was unheard of back in 2000 in Sacramento, you wouldn't see no Crips wearing blue, red, or no Bloods wearing blue, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I got at him and asked him, hey, homie, you ain't afraid to be mistaken by your folks that you're a Blood? He said, that's the whole idea. And I guess what had happened, I don't know all the details, but some Crips, I guess, had robbed some Southsiders of a whole bunch of dope. And they was at war down there. I think it was Florencia.
Yeah, the East Coasters had robbed the F-13s.
Yeah. So the reason why Key Rock told me they was wearing red is because so they wasn't identified as East Coast Crips. You know what I mean? And mistakenly killed. That's what he told me. So I was like, dang, gang members are getting very strategic. You know what I mean? And he was one step ahead because now in Sacramento, you don't know who's who. You'll see Bloods wearing blue, Crips wearing red. I don't see too many Northerners wearing blue down here, but I see Southsiders sometimes wearing red. And it's like, you know what? At 53, man, I'm gonna wear what the hell I want to. And sometimes I do it on purpose. My mother lives in the house that I grew up with in my neighborhood, and I frequent her house. And I just seen the homies. Matter of fact, yesterday, and I had a red Mickey Mouse hat on, and they don't make no comments. But hey, back to this YouTube shit, man. I think that this avenue, that whoever started this YouTube, I think they started it out to produce music and do music, but it took off with this prison genre and a whole lot of, man, I learned how to fix my Mercedes-Benz on YouTube. They wanted $4,000 to do my air shocks and my fuel pump. I did that shit myself. You know what I mean? You could do anything on YouTube or learn anything.
Yeah.
Peace to the chat.
That's the homie Boss Claus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very appreciative that they gave us a platform, people like me and you, a platform where we can express ourselves and enlighten people, because I don't know if you know about this Gosham murder that just happened down here, but two individuals went in this home and killed the whole family, man. And I've seen a lot of people, I think Kev Mack might have touched on this, and I know Boxer on his channel touched on it, and that CO touched on it. And I want to say something about this, man. I guess these dudes went in this house. I don't know if it was over a drug debt. And the reason why I want to speak on it is because now it's touching the prison system. What I just found out, this happened a week ago. These two guys went in this house and they killed a whole family. and the family included a 16-year-old girl with her baby, 10-month-old baby. They shot him in the head and killed him. Now, let that resonate for a minute. A 16-year-old girl with a 10-month-old baby. They shot him in the head. They didn't leave no witnesses, right?
Right.
And to me, I don't believe in the death penalty, man, but I just found out that somehow this is connected to somebody in prison. I don't know all the details, but I just was watching a few videos right now, and they're hitting cells in 2 different prisons over this murder that happened.
Right.
Trying to connect someone in prison to this. And like you said, when you was in Alabama, the cell phones were readable to you. You could get a cell phone. And in California, everybody got a cell phone. And I had one. I was locked up 9 years, 8 months, and 22 days. And I had a cell phone for 8 years of that. And you have to be careful. You have to be careful about what you say on these cell phones, especially when you're in prison. You're not safe. If you're doing any kind of anything illegal, you gotta be safe with that cell phone, man, because they will, and they'll try to attach you to crimes on the street. It happened to me twice. I was being investigated for something that happened on the street, so you got to be careful, man, with anything phones. And like I said, I'm totally against the death penalty, man, but that kind of case right there makes me rethink about people that should get the death penalty. Whenever you kill a baby or a kid, you have to be held accountable, and I couldn't even live with myself even if I accidentally killed a kid, man. It would I'm a soft-hearted person, you know what I mean? And I put on this mask for so many years about being dog from 29th Street Crip, but I took my mask off now, and I'm showing my real true me now. I don't have my mask on this YouTube channel. I don't try to act tough. I talk about my wins and my losses on here, about getting beat up, about cops serving me, about all type of shit. So it ain't about being tough no more for me, Cartoon.
That's right.
And I try to be as authentic and organic as possible. And I talk about things that I would never talk about before to even family members. I think my wife knows me.
He disappeared for a minute, y'all. The homie gonna come back. Oh, he back. You back.
Oh, my phone was ringing. One of my employees was calling me. He wants to. I can't answer that right now. But yeah, man, like I was saying, I appreciate you. Was a great influence on me starting my channel, and I never got to tell you that. You, Kev Mack, he's another big one. He's very authentic and organic, and he messes with everybody.
Right.
Even his past enemies. You know what I mean? He having on here. And I know a lot of his og.dog. So I appreciate both of you guys. And we're gonna really push this movement. We discussed in private, not online, about this music stuff and about these books, man. I know you did some show promotion in the past, and you told me you lost some money, and Smurf is trying to get into it too. We got a homie named Smurf Nacho. He's from Cali, but he's up in the Colorado Springs right now. And I think we can all come together and start a movement, and all of them. I know you know about the radio station, Phoenix, with the radio station, and I'm starting a podcast down there March 2nd through Family Flavors, The Slide, WBN radio station. We're going to be on there every Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. We're going to have a podcast, and we're going to actually run it through my YouTube channel, and he's going to broadcast it on the radio, and I need to be a part of that because I know how close you are to Smurf, man, and I think there's a bag for all of us in this shit.
That's real, homie. One of the things I wanted to kind of go back to, like when you were saying about, like, I got a video, I don't know if you ever seen it, and it's titled YouTube Politics versus Street Politics. YouTube politics and street politics, they don't always coincide. You have to be with this. You have a responsibility, homie, when you become a YouTuber. Because at first I used to always say, man, I ain't no YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. But I stopped it. I learned once you start putting stuff on the internet and talking and doing stuff on the internet, you are a YouTuber. And you have a responsibility, man, to keep it in the middle of the road. I talk to a lot of my homeboys because I have people that come in on the comments and I have people that say and do certain stuff. Now, when I first started out, you know, like individuals like in LA that like might not have, you know, they set didn't get along with my set. They would come in on the comments dissing and doing all type of old crazy stuff. But I would ignore it. Like I say, you know, I don't get rid of trolls. I don't block them. I don't do none of that. Let them do what they gonna do. And as time went on, all the people that used to have, you know, did try to diss a set or me or other stuff, I slowly but surely won them over to the point they went from, you know, F that, F this, you this, you that, you this, you that, to, man, what's up, big partner? All right, too, you know what I'm saying? Because I let them know, homie, on this YouTube, it don't make me a difference whether you Crip, Blood, Disciple, Vice Lord, BD, whatever you are, Aryan Brotherhood, on this YouTube, we all the same as far as I'm concerned. There's no such thing as me getting on YouTube trying to disrespect what people represent or what they are. No, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If a person's into that, they don't need to be on YouTube. When you on this YouTube, man, you got to be cool and keep it in the middle of the road. You got to be political. You got to be intelligent. You got to be grown. You got to be mature to be able to deal with everybody. You got to learn that you're gonna have some people on there that might say this or might say this or might say that. But you got to learn how to have thick skin and learn how to take it on the shoulder and just, you know, brush it off because it's all good. And like my mama used to always tell me, homie, you get more bees with honey than you do vinegar. You know, you win people over, man. You be nice to them, you win them over. I had one, I'm not gonna say his name, but I had one YouTuber out of I thought he was from LA, but I found out he was from Florida. But he pushed a LA set, and he would put a lot of stuff up, but he had a habit of disrespecting certain sets in LA because he was pushing another set. And I got at him. I'm like, look, homie, you YouTubing. No matter what you may feel on the inside or behind the scenes, when you on this YouTube, you got to be politically correct, homie. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You can't be on there saying this, saying that, saying, because your YouTube channel gonna sink. You know what I'm saying? Have love for everybody, man. Be cool with everybody. And he hit me back. He like, you know what, Tune? You right. You right, homie. And me and him been cool ever since.
We're journalists. We're content creators, man. We have to have. We can't even like. Okay, I don't know if you look back at your comments. I think a few videos ago, there's a cat. His name is Los Angeles. His name on YouTube, what he was making, he made it on the video you did, but I made a comment on your video, and he tried to tell me that his homie started my neighborhood, right? And he fought with me over this shit and told me a dude named LAJ from Compton, from a Nutty Block, came down here and started my neighborhood, right? And I told him, I said, bro, what you heard is wrong. Now, there is a LA Sam from Nutty Block that came down here, but our hood was started 6 years before he got here. He came down here in 1986 or 87, and I know of him very well. And he argued with me for 3 days. And I'm talking, when I say argue, bro, if you go back and look at the comments, you'll be. So I knew by his conversation, he didn't know what he was talking about. And he told me that two of my homies, and he named two of my homies, told him this. And he has some facts right, but a lot of it. So I know how you have to have thick skin, because I've gotten arguments on other people's channel, yours is included, more than my own channel, because when it comes to my channel, I know there's a lot of people. Most of my followers, homie, believe it or not, are from New York, Washington, D.C. I got some from China, Texas. There's a lot from Sacramento or California in general, but there's from around the world, and they don't know the criteria that we go through as gang members. So I try to weed out the negativity and bring them positivity when I comment back on their comments, right? And like you said, you have to have thick skin, man, because you're right. At first, I let it get under my skin at first. And it's like, you can't be a great YouTuber or content creator or journalist if you let people get under your skin, man.
Right.
We have a duty out here. I think it's our duty and our job to enlighten people and to what we've been through in our life, man. And it's unbelievable how many people are interested in that. It really messes me up that all these people are interested in gang banging, gang members. It's crazy to me. Like, damn, it's mind boggling, man. Like my family, I'm the only guy on my immediate family that's ever gotten in any trouble with the prison. You know what I mean? And it's like all these people that are interested in my life is amazing to me, because I talk to this gang shit around my family that it goes over their head.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't know what the hell I'm talking about. When I say cuz, they think I'm talking about my cousin.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you're right. You got to have thick skin when it comes to this YouTube stuff, man.
Yeah, because that's, you know, if like I say, if you stay on YouTube long enough, and eventually you'll say something that somebody don't like, or somebody, I mean, just I don't even know where to come from, but eventually you'll probably say something, might probably say something, and a person won't like it and they'll shoot at you. Now, in the last 6 months, I've had like about 4 or 5 people shoot at me. Oh, cartoon. And I tell people all the time, I say, man, at the end of the day, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, they are thousands of miles away and they just running their mouth. They just talking. You know what I'm saying? And you can you can totally ignore it. You know what I'm saying? What they say, sticks and stones. So if I'm here and a person is 5,000-6,000 miles away from me, wherever they at, and they so choose to jump on the internet and rah, 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 man, I could care less. I hear it and I don't hear it. And if I know that that's the type of time they're on, I won't even hear it, because if I ever see them when I'm going through YouTube, I just completely blow past them and ignore them. And you don't have no problem. You don't listen to them. You don't acknowledge them. You let the people that come to your YouTube station, hey, don't bring me nothing from this cat, and just ignore them. And eventually, guess what? They go away. They just go away.
Let me ask you this. So, do you know about a moderator?
Yeah. I've had several people that I was gonna choose for it, but then, you know, like I said, I don't block trolls. I don't, run behind the comments, because my mentality like this: if a troll, like we live right now, if a troll just starts shooting comments up that's stupid, I'll read them, because I read almost everything that come up. Even though I'm sitting there talking to you, I still try to read everything that comes up.
Yeah.
And so if a troll comes up and he says something that's stupid, I mean, what does he go? I read it. I disregard it. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to kill me. I could care less about it. Only thing in my mind is, okay, you're one more person that's in my life kicking me up in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
That algorithm is this.
Right.
They don't know it, but they're helping us.
Yeah, right.
They're helping us. And you know, when I first started it, I had this female that I've been knowing a lot of years, and she was like, "Let me be your moderator." And you know, when I first started, I did nothing but lives. My first 50 videos were lives. I didn't even know how to make a video and go back and edit it and all that. But then when my computer shut down, I learned how to do everything on this phone, right? So she was like, "Let me be your moderator." And I started thinking about it. I sent her all the information so she could do it, but I don't want people kicking out the comments that she thinks I don't want to read.
Right.
I want to read everything, and I will respond. I will respond, because if I don't, I'm going to be a fake journalist. I want to respond to the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
And if I feel like it's too deep and it don't need to be publicized, then I'll comment and send it directly to them, and I won't publicize it. It'll be a comment. What's it called? A super chat comment, or what's that called when you not a super chat. It's a direct comment. There's a button right here you push. When I'm on my live, I could send them a direct comment where everyone else won't see it. That way we could have a conversation without cheerleaders involved.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I like to handle my channel, man. And you know, I see that you read all your comments like me.
Yeah.
And when you get your audience involved, it makes them want to come back and they want to interact with you. It helps them be involved with your channel. We're live. The world, anyone in the world can see this. And even when we click off of it, they can go. Once this is publicized, it's out there. It's in metaverse world.
That's out there.
Yeah, it's out there.
That's one thing. That's the homie from Raymond. He say, salute, bro. Great content as always.
Hey, from Raymond, what's his name?
I think is that the homie Baby Crazo? Yeah, he got that's his YouTube station, Gangbangers Life Coach.
Okay, I need to look up that. I need to talk to him. My celly was from Raymond, and he was the coolest cat I ever had, and everyone was scared of him on the yard.
Who was it?
Your comments coming? Oh, you just putting your comments up, the ones you want to
Yeah. That's the homie there. He just put his name up. That's the homie Crazo.
Little Crazo?
I think I don't know if he's Little Crazo or Big Crazo. Me and him were in Pelican Bay together.
Is he light skinned?
Yeah.
Tall?
I don't know how tall Crazo is. I can't remember.
Crazo, was you at CMC ever?
He go Crazo, were you ever in CMC with the homie? He'll kick it up. But yeah, that's the thing about moderators. They take from you what you might want to read. They in their mind, they kick it out, but in actuality, it might have been something that you really wanted to read or really wanted to respond to.
Yeah.
It's Big Crazo.
Big Crazo. Hey, I'm excited about your book, man. I was thinking about it last night, man. And I just got done reading one of my homegirl, Big Insane's book. She just came down here and hand delivered it to me. She's in Oklahoma right now. And I just read her life story, man. And it's like, it really, it intrigues me and makes me want to push forward on my projects. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got 4 books, man, and I've been lagging on them. And they should have been already on the shelves on every platform it is. But I'm really excited about your book because your book basically is about half of these videos you already did.
Not half, all of them.
All of them.
All of them. All of them.
How did it feel? I know you said, I watched the video and you said that 23 years I did, it didn't bother me one bit. I kicked my heels up and I went through it because I didn't think I was going to get home, right? But let me ask you this. Before you went to Alabama and caught your case, you told me you was only there 14 hours before you caught your case, right?
Right.
When you got arrested and went through the trials and tribulations and finally ended up on the bus getting ready to go to a penitentiary, was you like, did you think it was going to be sort of like California?
Okay. I had sat in the county jail for so long, I used to always ask questions. Everybody I would run into in the county jail that had been to prison before.
Yeah.
I would always, give them the 3rd degree. Hey, well, what about?
Yeah.
So by the time I caught the chain to go, I pretty much had a kind of like good idea what they prison was like. Now, because dudes was telling me about the farm squad. They do that. When I first got locked up, it was like that movie Life. They was still going out there with them pickaxe and holes on their shoulder, digging ditches and going out working like real live slaves. And I used to always say, oh, no, I ain't finna do none of that.
Wait, what's it called? The farm squad?
Yeah, they call it the farm squad.
Like slavery?
Yeah, you ever see that movie Life with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, out there with picks and shovels and shit.
That's what they were still doing in Alabama when I first got locked up. Yeah, they was doing that, homie. And I used to always say, oh, man, I ain't finna do none of that slave mess. And so my first day in what not like receiving, we call receiving Chino in Southern California.
Yeah.
So now they Chino was called Kilby. So I got to Kilby right around dinner time. Okay. Went to sleep, woke up the next day. Police come in, talk about, okay, let's go, everybody out, everybody out. I'm like, everybody out. So it's in one of my stories too. So he tells us, line it up, deuce it up. Deuce it up. So I say, what's going on? So the police, we finna go work. I'm like, what? Work? Not me. I say, work, doing what? In the kitchen? They like, no, you finna go work out in the field. Man, you tripping. So I go tell the police, hey man, look, I ain't got no boots. They got me some boots. So now I'm mad. Now I'm thinking, man, they give me this little old white hat, little old twisted up hat. We out here outside the gate. It's a long line of us. We deuced it up 2 by 2. So they like bust it down the middle, bust it down the middle. We had to separate, and dudes walking down the middle with these wheelbarrows with all these holes in it. So the garden tool hole.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm like, man, what? I said, man, no, homie, man, they tripping. They got me messed up. I got to figure something out. Man, listen.
Wait, this is on the reception center side?
Yeah. Yo, you start working as soon as you get there, they gonna break you in quick.
That's crazy.
Man, we get out to a big old giant. I felt like we walked half the day. When we finally get to this big old giant field, I don't know what it is. I'm like, man, what? So they give us all a hole, man. They so country. It was slicked down tree branches with a metal piece tapped on the end.
Yes.
So I'm like, man, what? I'm like, they ain't even got real holes. Man, so the police tell me, well, he tell all of us, cut the weeds away from the watermelon plant. Huh? The watermelon plant? In my mind, I'm like, what is a watermelon plant?
They was tripping.
Yeah. So I'm hot. I'm mad. Now I'm terrified of snakes. Yeah. In my mind, it's a snake out here. It's hot. I'm like knowing it's a snake waiting to get me.
Yeah.
So I'm hot. I'm mad. So man, I ain't gonna even lie. I've never in my life before then heard of a watermelon plant. I thought watermelons grew on trees.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm really tripping.
Yeah.
So anything green, I thought was a weed. So now here it is. I got an attitude. I just go to chopping. I leave everybody. I'm way on the other side, leaning on the hoe. The police come over there on a horse. He like,
oh, this is real shit. They are horses?
Yeah, with shotgun. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man, listen. When he come over there, he like, what you doing on this side? I said, man, you said cut all the stuff. I cut it, and I'm waiting for them to catch up. Yeah. So he get off the horse. He pick up a watermelon plant. He looking at it. He said, you did this? I'm like, yeah, you told me to do it.
Yeah.
He said, boy, everything went south right then. As soon as he called me a boy, I snapped. Fool, what? No, you talking. And I go to run up on him. He jumped back, go to try to get that gauge up. Man, I'm like, man, we argued. So now here come the rest of the police, the other inmates, they coming over there. So he like, whoa. I'm like, man, don't call me no boy, homie. I'm not no boy. No, but that's how they talk.
That's crazy.
But now, we ain't used to that coming from Cali.
Hell no.
So I'm telling him, I'm like, man, look, you told me to cut all the weeds. So the police was like, this ain't no weed. I'm like, what is it? He like, man, that's a watermelon plant. I'm like, what the heck is a watermelon plant? He says, where the watermelon. So good. I said, man, watermelons grow on trees.
Yeah.
Man, everybody looked at me and said, what?
They thought you was crazy.
Yeah. So the police was like, son, are you serious? I'm like, look, man, where I'm from, ain't no watermelon fields, no watermelon plants. I said, you go in the grocery store or you see it on the fruit truck that come through the hood. I don't know nothing about no watermelon plant. So he like, where you from? I said, I'm from South Central LA.
Yeah.
So the police like, California? I'm like, yeah. So he like, I'll be dang. No wonder this. No, we say no wonder this kid don't know. Man, listen, they laughed at me. They laughed at me. The story's too long to actually go in.
Wait, I got a question. Did you go back the next day?
Now, I'm going to skip the middle part.
Yeah.
We go back for lunch. I'm thinking that's it. We finna go in. Man, we set out in another field. They gave us an ugly little bag of sandwiches, peanut butter and a piece of bologna. Nasty. I didn't want it. I ate it. I didn't want it. Man, my stomach go to messing with me. So I tell the police, I'm like, hey, look, homie, I gotta use the bathroom. Police like, man, go on back there in the bushes. The bushes? I say, what? It's a snake. It's a snake back there. That's all I know. I say the bushes. I say, man, look, I gotta take a dump. He like, go on back there in the bushes. I'm like, man, I ain't finna go. I said, I'm cool. Cause in my mind, we finna go back to the prison. We've been working all morning. Man, listen, my stomach go to messing with me, man. I'm like, God dang. I go back to him. I say, man, all right, man, give me the toilet paper.
Yeah.
The fool tell me, ain't no toilet paper. I'm like, how I'm supposed to,
Yeah.
The clown say, get you about 4 or 5 of them lunch bags and crunch them up. Till it gets soft. Yeah. Crunch the bags up till it gets soft. I'm like, what? I'm like, man. No, I said, I'm cool on you. You tripping. I sit down. So when we get up, we go to walking. We deuce it up. Man, we walking. We passing by the prison. I'm looking. So I'm telling the dude, I say, hey, homie, we ain't going back. Man, dude say, no, we work till nighttime. I said, what?
Oh, hell no. They had y'all slavery.
We walked a country mile and got to a potato field or some type of field. I said, oh, no. I said, this got the end right here. Man, listen. I'm looking around. I'm talking to a little dude next to him. I say, hey, homie, what's your name? I forget his name. I ask him where he from. I said, homie, where you from? Dude said he was from Opelika, but he said it real far. I'm from Opelika. Now, Opelika is a city in Alabama. You ever heard of like my football team, the Auburn Tigers?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the Auburn Tigers, Auburn and Opelika are two little spots they connected. But that's where the Auburn Tigers are at Open. But I had never heard of nothing like that. So when he said Opelika, I thought he was playing. I'm like, man, come on. He like, I'm from Opelika. I said, don't even worry about it. I say, look, the police finna come over here in a minute. I say, look, tell them you know me from the county jail and I have seizures. Yeah. He like, what you finna do? I'm like, homie, don't worry about all that, fool. And I'm tripping in my mind. Yeah. Man, cuz look. Man, I got that hoe. Man, I got me a big old giant soft pile of dirt. Man, I look left, I look right. I spun in a circle, kicked my foot up and fell out and started shaking. Man, look. Man, the police come running. Oh, he having a seizure. Everybody, all the inmates, everybody. Man, I'm shaking for old and new. Now I already got a mouth. Look, I already got a mouthful of spit because I'm gonna spit it out. Man, I don't know what they doing because my eyes shut tight. I'm just shaking, spitting this spit out my mouth. Cause look, the fool picked up a stick off the ground and put it in my mouth.
So you wouldn't swallow your tongue?
Right. Man, when the stick went in my mouth, I jumped. I went down like this. Man, I forgot about the shaking. I slapped. Yeah. I called the police a fool. I was like, fool, what you doing? He like, son, you can't swallow your tongue. I said, man, I ain't finna swallow nothing. They don't put no nasty stick in my mouth. Snakes been spitting on. He like, yeah. So now everybody looking. He like, you all right? He said, you all right? So I thought about it. I say, no, Toon, you got to, you know what I'm saying? So I said, so I looked at him. I'm still sitting on the ground. I say, yeah, man, I'm all, and went back out. When I went out the second time, I said, man, look, I got to give it my all. Yeah. It's all or nothing. Man, I ain't gonna lie, my stomach was already hurting, homie. I went to pissing and boo-booing at the same time.
They didn't want you back on that crew.
Man, listen, when they called the truck out to come get me, when they got me back to the prison, got me to the infirmary, man, I had dust because I pissed all everywhere, and that dust off the dirt got on me. Man, I'm smelling like a straight up little stanky little pig because I done boo-booed everywhere.
Yeah.
And look, the nurse was like this, and oh, he stinks. Oh my God, he stinks. Yeah, hey, I ain't never went back on the farm again.
So wait a minute. So I don't understand. They prepare you for when you get to a main line. That's what they conditioning you for when you get to where you're going to do that.
Yeah.
They expect everybody out there to do farm work.
They don't. No. See, they don't expect it. You gonna do it.
That's crazy. And what y'all pay numbers?
There's nothing. It's free slavery. Ain't nobody getting paid nothing.
I'd be in the hole.
Exactly. And but see, let me show you what they do. Okay, now what you're talking about is called bucking. You bucking now. You know what they do? They take you out in the hot sun and handcuff you to a steel rail and let you stand there all day in the hot sun.
Wait, that's the hole?
No, that's what they go. They ain't gonna lock you up because they know that's what you want. You want to go to lockup. No, they ain't gonna do that.
In the hot sun?
Man, they got a steel rail called the I love that little dog. They got a steel rail called the hitching post. They gonna handcuff you to that rail, one hand to the rail, and you're gonna stand in that hot sun all day till they come back from working that night.
And you did your time all like that?
No, not what, me? Homie, I went Hollywood. When I doodled on myself, they documented. I ain't never supposed to go out in the hot sun and work in the field no more. Oh no, I didn't know. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing nothing.
That movie with Eddie Murphy, that's like basically what you was in.
Man, look, when the movie came out and we seen that movie, we sitting there watching it. That movie, it was exactly what I was in. The only difference was I wasn't living in no little cabins like they was in. We was living in big prison cells.
But was y'all wearing white and black striped suits and shit?
No, we were all white. They were all white.
I thought that was just a movie, bro. I didn't know they would still had. That's like back in the day, country shit. Was they hanging people out there still?
No, but
they don't have the death penalty.
They got the death penalty. They got the electric chair.
Ooh, that's crazy. I'll never go out there. I'll never go to Alabama. If I do, I'm gonna be at a hotel and not leave that damn place. I'm cool.
But that's believe crazy. It or not, guess what? You will experience 100 times more racism in the California prison system than you will in the Alabama prison system.
Really?
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
That's how Washington was too. They said, look, when I got to Washington prison, I went to Walla Walla, right? They gave me a TV when I walked in a bag full of brand new khaki suits and sent me to a white dude's cell. And when I opened the door, I'm looking out, I go back to the state. I'm like, hey, y'all got me in the wrong cell. He's like, what you mean? I said, there's a white dude in there. They said, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from California. He said, oh, we don't sell you with the same race you are. And I'm like, what? The Mexicans are with white boys and blacks. You can't be in the cell with your race or your gang. It's crazy.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, you can't be in the. Me and you couldn't be in the cell together. So I had to go find a Norteño because I felt more comfortable being in the cell with a Northerner than anybody else.
Now, Alabama, that's a trip. Me and you went through the same thing. Now they don't intentionally do that in Alabama, but they will put you anywhere. My first day in the camp, my first day in the prison, yeah. I went to my block, and they said, look, you downstairs in 10 cell. I'm like, okay. When I get to 10 cell, they pop the door. When I open up the door, it's a white boy sitting on the bed drawing.
Yeah.
So I look, I said, oh, my bad, homie, and push the door back up.
Uh-huh.
I go back up to the cube. I tell the police, I'm like, what cell you said? He said, man, go to 10 cell. I'm like, I went to that cell. I said, man, it's a white dude in that cell.
Yeah.
So the police said, and? I'm like, what? I'm supposed to live in there with him?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's an empty bed. I'm like, yeah. He said, I said, man, look, blacks and whites don't. He said, man, where you from? I said, I'm from California. Yeah. He's like, look, we ain't got the California things here. Everybody lived there. So I go back to the cell. I tell a white dude, I'm like, hey, look, homie, check this out. Man, they told me I'm supposed to move in. So he like, okay, well, that's your bed right there. I'm like, so me and you live together for real?
That's crazy.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Hey, that was crazy. That was this whole, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that shit. I was like, and you know what? When I went out of state to prison, when the inmates find out you from California, you got the whole prison up under you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They think you they want to know about Ice Cube, Too Short, Tupac, and everybody wants to know about gang members.
Right.
Gang banging. It was easy out of state. It wasn't nothing like California, man. Hey, any questions you want from me, man?
Well, I was usually what I would do, like if the foundation had questions for you, they can shoot them in there, and I just go ahead and shoot them to you. Like, okay, hold on. Like, there go one right there from 89 on up. He say, prison yard, how prison police treated you knowing you ran with the Crips.
Okay. So, being that when I first went to prison, I came from YA. They figured anyone, they call us YA rejects. So they expected me to be a fuck up when I got to DVI in 1989, and I didn't disappoint them.
No, he's speaking on out of state.
Oh, out of state.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the question?
How did the police treat you knowing you was a Crip?
Oh, I went to Olympia, Thurston County Jail. It's the capital of Washington, Seattle, Washington. And the Super Bowl of 2006, I believe, the Seattle Seahawks played Pittsburgh Steelers, and I caused a riot over that Super Bowl. And there was one black police that worked there. And during this riot, I happened to elbow the only black police in there. So I was in the hole for 2.5 years at this county jail. They didn't like me at all. And it wasn't because I was a Crip. It was because I was from California. They hate California cats up there. So, but when I got to the prison system, believe it or not, their prison system, the COs make minimum wage there. They have nothing to protect themselves but a whistle. They don't have no billy clubs. They don't have nothing but one gun tower on the yard. They don't have no mace. They don't have anything to protect themselves but a whistle. So I figured I had the upper hand. And I had no problems with the COs in out-of-state prison. I had more problems with the COs in California than anything.
Right. Look, that's a trip too. It's like it's so much different when you go out of state, especially to like places that ain't really had that type of influence. Look, my the first day, like when I hit the yard, when I put my stuff up in the cell, I came out and I sat down on the bench. And so I'm sitting on the bench, I'm looking around. So I'm telling myself, I'm like, man, this place is a death trap. But I'm going off prison, California prison, how it was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, if this setup was in a California prison, it'd be a whole bunch of dead folks. But anyway, two dudes walked up on me. And when they walked up on me, they like, say, homie, you the dude from California? Man, listen, I come up off the bench like a jackrabbit and D'd up. I'm like, yeah, cuz, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fool, what? Because in my mind, I'd already told myself, all right, I'm out here in Alabama. I'm by myself.
You're gonna have to do a demo.
I'm finna make an example of the first one so you will know I'm not that guy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when they walked up on me, I'm like, cuz, let's get it. What's up? But they was two homies from the house. One from schoolyard, one from 6-0. So they like, no, cuz, no, homie, you know, we from Cali, we from LA and boo-boo. I'm like, what? So we go to kicking it. Anyway, we end up going to the yard. Now in Alabama prison, they horseplay a lot. They jump around, they play. You know, ain't none of that in Cali prison. So
you froze up.
We go through the gym. When we go out on the yard, huh? I couldn't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So we end up going to the yard, and we went when we went through the gym, We go out on the yard. Two dudes are locked up wrestling, playing. But I'm thinking they fighting.
Yeah.
But they right next to me. Man, listen, let me show you something. I did a Michael Phelps dive in the dirt away from them.
Yeah.
When I hit the dirt, I went to rolling. So when I'm rolling, I'm telling the homies, cuz, man, y'all get back, watch out, move, get back.
Yeah.
So they looking at me like I got horns. They like, man, what you doing? I'm like, cuz, they finna bust. They finna shoot. They like, who finna shoot? I'm like, the gunners. I'm looking around.
It ain't no.
They like, man, ain't no gunners. Ain't no. And this was a maximum security prison. They like, man, ain't no gunners here, man. This ain't Cali, homie. This totally different.
That's crazy.
And them fools still over there wrestling and playing.
You mean horse playing on the yard?
Yeah, they horse play everywhere. Yeah. I'm thinking they finna get shot.
I know you had a ball up there.
What?
You had a ball.
Man, what? What? Hey.
You could be yourself in that motherfucker, huh?
Man, I told you they was getting ready to ship me to the feds. They couldn't do nothing with me at first. They was like, no, they locked me up. They like, man, we finna send you to the feds. We don't want your gang stuff. Cause boy, look here. I was still had that LA mentality. I was still with that gang banging real tough.
How many years did it take you to calm down?
In all actuality, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth, homie. From 96 all the way to 2007. When I got to 2007, for some reason, I went into a deep depression. And I'm talking about, this had never ever happened to me before in my life doing time. In 2007, I went to a deep depression to the point to where I ain't gonna even lie. I didn't want to live no more. I didn't even care if I lived no more because I had all this time. I knew I wasn't never gonna go home. And I didn't care about going home. I called moms on the phone one day. And I told her, I said, Mom, I love you. I ain't never coming home, no. She like, what? I'm like, Mom, I ain't never coming home. You know, I say, man, it's over with. I ain't coming. And I hung up. And I went on a crash out mission that was out of this world. Man, I went to robbing, stealing, taking, just disrespecting and just doing all type of dumb stuff because I wanted to make somebody kill me. But now I had been putting it down so long that the average dude wasn't just finna fool with me because, you know, man, I kept that, man, listen, homie, man, I walked around like the Highlander. I kept that thing. And dudes know I was going to serve it judiciously. So the stuff I was doing, then all the Crips was with me and the homies out of LA, out of California, because we had the Cali car. Yeah. They was there, so it was hard. And I ain't gonna even lie, man. One day I met my wife. Now this is in my video. I got videos about this. And I met my wife. God dropped a woman in my life. And she came into my life, man, and she changed my whole outlook.
How'd you meet her?
Man, it was a trip, man. Her son. I was going to a poker game one day, and her son was in the room, and I knew him. He was a young dude, little disciple dude, and I used to hear people talking about how bad his mama was. So, but now the poker game was gonna be in his cell. He didn't gamble, but when I went to take my coffee down there so I could get me a seat at the poker table, I seen his pictures on the wall, and I told him, I say, homie, you know, boo, 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 in New York. He like, yeah, that's my mama, my daughter, my girl. I'm like, okay. And he went to, I was finna walk out the cell. He went to telling me about how everybody want to get at his mama. So I looked at her, I'm like, in my mind, I was like, ooh, she bad. Ooh.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I can see why. And so when I turned to leave, he said, man, listen, I ain't gonna let none of these dudes talk to my mama. He say, Toon, but you cool, you different. If you want to talk to her, you can. And it stopped me in my tracks. And I looked, I said, what? He say, homie, if you want to talk to her, you can, because you different. You ain't like these dudes. I said, okay. He told the address off an envelope right there in my face and gave it to me. I wrote her on a Thursday. She got the letter Saturday morning, but she was at the prison visiting her son. He was telling her about me on the visiting yard. When she left the visiting yard and went home, my letter was there. I sent her a picture of me. From that letter, we was married 7 months later. Never looked back.
That's
never
tight shit
looked,
right there.
man. I'm talking about when I say we never look back. We never look back. Now, this is in my videos too. You have to go through my catalog, but I never look back. But she got my ear. That's when I start calming down. That's when I start turning toward the Lord. That's when I start, understanding. You know what? God got something else for me. God gon', you know what I'm saying? Because He put this woman in my life for a reason.
Man.
And I start coming, and she talked me into leaving out them blocks. And going out to the drug dorm, get this drug program, get your parole cut. You can come home. And I did that, and my life started totally changing to the point to where one day the warden called me up to the office, and he like, Toon, because man, you could ask police up there, didn't even know my real name. All they knew was Toon, Cartoon.
Yeah.
And so the warden was like, Cartoon, what's going on? I'm like, man, ain't nothing going on, man. I ain't doing nothing, warden, because I stayed into something. I said, man, I ain't doing nothing. I'm in the drug. He said, I know you're in the drug dorm. He said, but I'm getting good reports on you now. So I'm like, huh? He like, yeah, they say you ain't bothering nobody. You ain't starting no gang stuff. You done calm down. I'm like, hey, man, hey. And I told him right there in his office, I give all the glory to God, homie. I give it to Him. And that was around 2010, 2011. And that's when my life started changing. It started changing. Me and her stayed married for about 9 years. I can't go into the whole thing because I take up the whole life, but we ended up getting a divorce because I ended up start going back, acting a fool, doing other stuff. But in the end, she made me realize that I can go home. And that's when I started looking toward home, and I got myself together.
Hey, when God puts someone in your life that loves God, you don't want nothing else.
Right.
When your eyes are open to what your purpose is on earth, like me, bro, I've been with my wife since we was 14 years old. And we wasn't both Christians back then. We both did whatever we did, right? But when she got saved and taught me about God, it's like nothing else could add up to her. I've tried everything else. You know what I mean? And there's a missing part. There's a blank in my heart when I try to be with another woman because I'm not fulfilled unless I'm with her. And it's a trip because there's always going to be a void there if I'm not with the person I'm supposed to be with. And that's why you went back to her. Like you said, you guys broke up and got a divorce. I've been married to my wife twice.
Right.
And it's like, it's crazy, man. And man, that's a blessing. That's why you're home right now. What happened to her son? Where's her son at?
Read that. Can you read that?
Nuh-uh.
It's from OGE side. It say Toon told us on the yard back in 07, he about to shut the whole prison system down because he wanted to. We were like, Toon done lost it.
Oh,
that's
he was there with you?
Yeah, that's a dude who was locked up with me.
Hey, whatever happened to your wife's son? Is he out?
No, he ended up getting killed, homie.
Oh.
He got killed. Now me and that lady, now the wife I'm married to right now is a different lady. Me and her, after we got divorced, we never did get back together, but we kept in touch. But let me see, her son got killed in 2020, and she got mad at me because it's a Crip that killed her son, and I'm on the streets. I'm on the streets in 2020. But
he got killed in there?
Huh?
He got killed inside?
Yeah, he got killed in prison. He never made it out. And he was my little partner too, homie. When I say we was partners, now if I would have been there, that would not have happened. But I had been gone. Yeah, I'd been gone for years. And he got into it with, with one of the homies in there about something, whatever. And the dude stabbed him to death. And when she told me about it, she was hot. She went, she like at first she mentally lost her mind because she was like, you had something to do with it. I'm like, what?
So wait, you married her in there. Did you ever, when you came home, was you with her or you divorced her in there while you was in there?
Yeah, I got divorced while I was in prison.
And then you met this wife.
Yeah, well, yeah. My wife that I'm married to now, it's my whole girl from the set. I've been knowing her since she was 10.
Oh, she from Cali.
Yeah, she from LA. She
It-
came
it's-
she came way out here to be with me.
that's a blessing, man. To really, I mean, something had to change your mind and your heart for you, because you probably wouldn't be home right now.
No, you know what? No, if I wouldn't have ran across her, I'd probably be dead by now. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have never made it out of prison. God sent her to me for a reason.
To get you up out of there,
Right.
change your heart, to change your heart.
The thing is, what God got for me to do, I couldn't do it in prison. I did all I could do for him in prison.
Yeah.
So now, but he knew that I had to come to the streets to finish the work that he got for me. And so he had to send me some help to get me up out of there.
Damn, we got. Oh, I can see the comments now. Oh wow, Smurf Nacho, that's dope. God is good, for real, Smurf. We gonna connect, Smurf, after we get off here. I need to talk to you about something. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I got a dentist appointment at 10 o'clock. I got a job. My employees go tomorrow, but I'm gonna have my grandson tomorrow, so I don't know what the schedule's looking like. Probably hook up on Sunday. Damn, I learned a whole lot from you today, Carson. And the most surprising thing is the way Alabama's system is, bro. They running it like, I can't believe they was on horses with shotguns.
Yeah.
Fields cutting watermelon.
Man, listen, it's now they don't have those work squads no more. It changed. The system, man, listen, the system is so laid back. If you don't like in Alabama prison, homie, like right now today, if you don't have a cell phone, it's just because you just don't want one. Everybody and their mama, a touchscreen. I'm talking about a touchscreen, Android or whatever. $250.
You do not want to look. I'm gonna tell you, in 2013, I got in trouble at Vacaville, and you know where that's at? That's the Mexican border in San Francisco, right? I get out there, work something where I got 35 cell phones, and they didn't have no phones, right? I was selling cell phones for $45, and I had 35 of them. They stopped smoking out there. I got 20 cans of tobacco. I was selling quarter cans of tobacco for $300, $1,200 a can. It's unbelievable. When I left prison this time, cell phones was $2,000 and $3,500 on level 4 yards. Level 3 and level 2 yards, you can probably get them for $1,000. You know what I mean? $1,500. But you ain't gonna get no cell phone for no $200-$300.
Oh man, you get you know the little regular little flip phones.
Yeah,
man, you get them $70-$80.
That's crazy.
But look,
first cell phone I bought a flip phone from Lunatic Frank from a Rolling 60 for $1,800 for a flip phone in Corcoran in 2000.
Oh man. Okay, look, it's we've been on here for over an hour and a half. Yeah. Still 215 people. We got a whole lot that we probably can still talk to, but I gotta cut it short. I got some things I gotta do.
Yeah.
Man, first off, I want to say, man, I want to tell the Foundation Nation, man, if y'all want to continue to rock with the homie Dog, man, y'all got to go over there to Prison Yard TV and check him out, man. Check him out on a daily basis, man. Dog, it was good having you, man. You know, we get another chance, man, for us to collab and kick it and come on in, man. Come on in, homie.
We gonna see each other in person real soon. Watch.
Oh yeah. We gonna do this book and we gonna get everything together. I'm gonna have some content for you in just a couple of days.
We'll put that out there when we get it.
Okay, bet.
I appreciate it. Foundation Nation, I appreciate all the hospitality. I appreciate the comments, even though we didn't answer a lot of them. Come on over to Prison Yard TV. Check me out. I'll answer all the comments. Much love. Stay prayed up and tell the people you love them. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
Later, Tune.
Okay, Foundation Nation, man. I'm glad y'all rock with me, man. Y'all catch me tomorrow. I got a story. I've been holding it. I'm gonna put it out early in the morning, and y'all check it out, man. Y'all rock with me, man. Foundation Nation, man. We the best thing going. We can't be faded. We can't be stopped. We like a runaway train. We like the juggernaut in this YouTube, y'all. Foundation Nation, man. Avalon, homie. I'm out.